Good evening, this is Nerdistic Human, and welcome back to Millennia, where last time we founded the magnificent city of Roma. Of course, with its little town of Winchester to the east here, and we made it to the heroic age, the Age of Heroes, which really was nothing to do with us, of course. It was thanks to the Swedes managing to find enough of the magical landmarks. Now, okay, we are doing fairly well, I would suggest. We've got this massive lump of continent down here, albeit we are going to need to clear out the barbs as we move forward. Little outpost of ruin over here is at least looking positive that we can, gradually fill in the gaps in this map. But on the plus side, we have ourselves only a small choke point up towards the northern, very aggressive Ottoman Empire, who have taken over Tenochtitlan over here. Now, I've played one turn since the last episode, and you might notice that, yes, the Aztecs seem to have moved in with Tlactolco over here, which I completely butchered more than I was anticipating there. I seem to have choked halfway through that word. But there we are. I butchered the word, and I might well butcher the town one day. There we are, that's the segue we all needed. And this town, okay, it's an interesting one. It has stolen my second olives, which is irritating, because that's something that's annoyed me over here in Roma. I only have the one olive, so I can't actually, get the oil out of it that I'd like to get. And now I don't have the opportunity over here in Treverorum either. But this might prove to be useful. See, the Aztecs are our allies, of course, from last time, and they are quite militant, so maybe that will help us repel the Ottomans. We're allies with them. They have an enemy already that they want to get conquered territory back from, so maybe this will just help as a buffer zone. Hopefully we can either stay good allies with them, or they'll get beaten back by the Ottomans enough where this is going to be a very easy pick-off. Either way, I guess this is good. We were thinking of having two towns here anyway. I just thought maybe it's too tightly, closely packed together. We'll decide if we burn it down at a later time. But for now, on the note of burning things down, I have this army over here which needs to help take out Stuttgart, who we did largely batch up last time. We're a bit short on units here, by the way. So can we actually take these guys out? I certainly hope so. No. No is the answer, and we actually lost our leader in that. That's not particularly good. I sent this guy over here just to kind of like, heal up, but no, I thought they would die, and now the leader's dead instead. Oh well, you know what, we'll give that another go next turn. We might well want some reinforcements over there. We're going to send our legion over here, and we'll send you into Treverorum. I'm guessing this at least gives us a bit of time against the Ottomans if they were going to come and attack us with our vulnerable new town. But other than that, it's probably time to end our turn. I will, if we can get this hero activated over here by getting this this scout cavalry. 8 out of 10 XP, I can upgrade it to hero at 10, and then we can send it over to monster, then send it over to Dragon Gate, and from there maybe we can find something other than just this one level 2 hero event. Be nice to get as many of those as we can while we're in the Age of Heroes. Annoyingly, the Chaos event is a coup d'etat, so I can't just kill them with those units that we got from Sir Steve, which is a bit unfortunate. We're just going to have to accept 3 turns of halved regional efficiency, which isn't, I guess, a complete disaster, but it's a little bit annoying. So Roma over here was building us. It's completed the short sword. That's excellent. So yeah, everything's going to take a little bit longer at this stage. That's not the end of the world, I suppose. Now, what we could do is get ourselves a Hall of Heroes, which is knowledge and exploration. Now, we're actually quite short on exploration right now. Interesting upgrade to Mausoleum. You know, unlock that with glory, extra influence and culture. Okay, so yeah, the influence is the border expansion. I need to think about that a little bit more. And of course, the Parthenon for less unrest, and I think we probably want that. Actually, there's a little bonus there, which is bonus knowledge per completed quest. So actually, I'm going to hold off on that. I think that seems sensible. Maybe we'll just get the watch in the time being. I don't know if it's worth getting any of these other things. Bit of diplomacy, encampment. You know what? We are going to get more units here. Let's just get the encampment. We're a bit slow for a few turns anyway, so let's not worry about that. However, it does mean that these units. Now, if there's no Chaos event coming with that back to +6, we might need to control that. Yeah, we should be in a position to hopefully be okay. Anyway, let's go and take over Stuttgart, which they seem to have rebuilt the walls, but there we go. Okay, we are going to vassalize it. It's in a decent enough position over here. couple cows. It's on the water, which isn't particularly helpful, but you know what? It just fills this gap in the map pretty nicely. It's well spaced out as things go. Now, it looks like you've gained yourself enough experience. There we are, 10 XP. We can promote you to a hero. So there we are. Okay, and we do need to work our way through some of these, some of these barb units actually. So we'll just gather these 2 units together and start moving onwards and try and clear out that camp before we start moving too far forward. We should probably just heal up those 2 units, get everything organised, and hopefully all will be fine. Now, as for this part of the world, we are just continuing to explore, see if anything interesting happens. But for now, it's got a couple of units here, but I don't need to worry about them, hopefully, as they are theoretically my allies. Time for Border to complete her great quest, and she is here at Kurokasheta's battleground. Kurokasheta has become a battleground fought by 2 related families. We can encourage Arjuna, as their cause is just 10 warfare XP. We can send your army to help fight the war, 10 government XP, or, because we've got storytelling, we can take 5 extra influence for the homeland. Okay, so, lovely stuff. We'll absolutely take that bonus, and beautiful stuff, Paula. Completed an extra quest, which hopefully makes the path along that a little bit more powerful. We are sending Sir Steve up in this direction as well. There's just exploring to do, and these 2 at this stage are experienced enough to complete any quest they find. So we're going to eat up all of those quests if we get the opportunity. Now, okay, actually, I did actually see some of the Aztec people around, and are they here to complete quests? That's actually what I should potentially be worried about. We can go and grab the monster over there. I don't think they'll be getting to that, but it's a bit concerning that they might eat all those up for me. But what's kind of irritating actually is that I haven't found any in this part of the map whatsoever. I don't know if it's based on events having happened or just being near particular factions, because the stories are based around whatever factions are around, and I guess there's just nothing in this part of the map. So maybe that's why there are no such events. By the way, we are quite surrounded over here. Let's just take out the barb camp and hopefully clear out a few of our problems here. And do we want... Oh, we could spawn a longsword. That does sound fun. But you know what? I think we're fine. I don't really want extra chaos, so we'll just take some production in Rome. Well, good news, I can upgrade my mound to level 2 where it can have an air unit capacity. I guess we could have the Age of Ether coming up, but I don't think that's going to be too useful. I mean, let's just grow into grasslands. We are prairie people. There's tons of grassland for our various things to grow into. And I say tons. I'm highlighting like one example in each town, but you know what, it's fine. That will be of some use to us. Plenty of warfare XP for us to use. Imperial Dynasty also gets some growth as well, so we'll add to the food. That will be absolutely grand, and we're 1 turn from some culture, which might just give us something interesting to do. As for our culture power then, we could go for Eureka. I always love a Eureka, but I think we'll go for that next time. For now, we really want to have ourselves a town. Now, okay, I could be... In theory, I could move a town between either of these to just try and bridge the gap. I'm not too concerned about that town, actually, so I think I'm just going to move in this direction. We might as well try and eat up as much of this direction as we can. This town will help us expand into this here rice, which is lovely. I want to really be controlling this border as much as possible. This town can be eaten up. And luckily, because we did get that down first, hopefully we'll be expanding that much quicker. I can't but notice Tantishlan has lost its town and is under siege, so maybe the Aztecs will take that back in time. I guess only time will tell. The Aztec Empire have decided to cancel the alliance, which is intriguing timing because I just really started, really keeping a little eye on what they're doing, which is several forces in my territory, which is a bit concerning. So, okay. We might get ourselves some volunteers. We have them in the bank, so we'll get ourselves just an extra spear here, and it's 44 for that. It's quite a lot, but you know, we'll just grab one for the time being. Now, government can, we're 2 turns away from integration in Tivarorum, so we'll wait for that. But if they do decide to attack us, that is going down immediately. As for the rest of it, we'll just continue to get some experience on these guys. We have some very experienced forces. These guys with the crossbows very much slice through everyone. Now, you, my good sirs, maybe we'll take Memphis en route. That will be excellent. We need to keep an eye on these guys. This is a bit of a wild outpost, but in general, we're doing a good job at taking over the Barbs at this stage. Just a little bit concerned about, yeah, the Aztecs, who are almost certainly going to be dicks, because they always are on these games. Now, okay, we finally managed to explore a little bit more in this direction. I can see some more Ottomans, but yeah, in time we'll start to see what these guys do, but I don't think it's going to end well. The sneaky Aztec blighters are going for Memphis. This is very much my territory, sirs. On the plus side, they have presumably weakened it quite significantly, so we'll just march on into the town that they've just damaged for us. And they're broken. Excellent. We're going to vassalize that, and with that, my good sirs, you can sod off, quite frankly. Alright, at least they got themselves some damage. So did we, but we got some nice experience and a town out of it. That's very nice. Now, there are some crossbow lads over here. Not my spears aren't going to do too well against them, but Rome. We were just building ourselves, yes, the Oracle, which is very nice indeed. When that's done, I think we'll get back to a load of units. In fact, maybe we'll get a unit out first. We'll come back to building that because, yeah, I just want to make sure nothing stupid's going to happen. Let's get a chariot because I can see those crossbows up there. We might get a crossbow for ourselves because there's this army here. Is it this army? No, it's this army over here, I think. One of them had a crossbow. Yeah, you have a crossbow. It's so efficient. You just shoot down so many infantry just by, yeah, shooting them down on their infantry. Can't do anything to you whatsoever. It's absolutely beautiful. And we're just going to walk into here. Hopefully, case in point, shoot them down. And in we go. Barely a scratch on any of us. Warfare arts. I will take arts, even though warfare wouldn't be the worst idea right now. So many barbs in the world, but they are going to give us some training, and they are giving us some, yeah, nice little bonuses like that there. So mound builders, we can get ourselves a little bit more. We'll ignore that for the time being. I want a little bit more than that, but yeah, we can reduce unrest. I would kind of like, is that specifically though just the unrest of a specific town? Because actually, cities themselves are fine. It's just the chaos we want to lower. So no, that's not going to help. We can promote, yes, some cultural exports for prosperity, and we can immigrate to increase the region's population by 1. Okay, that might be an interesting one, particularly in terms of something like Tivarorum that we're trying to expand. So in a term when that gets integrated, maybe we'll do that. Step 1, integrate Tivarorum. Excellent news. And then with the arts, we're going to do a bit of immigration, which just simply gives them an extra population. Still growing. That is excellent. Now at this stage, what do we want? We want ourselves a quarry over here. That's great for us. And probably we just need to actually get ourselves a farm or two. So let's just get ourselves a couple farms just so it's ready to use all of those up as it gets going. And it's normally pretty useful to have a little hunting camp as well. It's not the worst thing in the world. We'll let it have those options basically as it goes forward. Yeah, we'll hopefully get the quarry in time. I'm not too worried about that. We can get the stone builders or whatever it is to turn that marble into more useful products, but we shan't need to worry about that in the short term. Okay, Akas of Sirius, a great old rebel hero. He's going to head up towards the Dragon Gate, which is lovely. We're 4 turns from glory, by the way, which is the end of this era, and our culture is ready, which includes propaganda to, yeah, reduce the chaos. So that wouldn't be a terrible plan, actually. We can have a prophecy as well, which spawns a hero at the target's capital. Okay, that's cool. We've already got enough of those, so no need to worry about that. You know what? I would very much like, down to -4. Good. I want to get the chaos events under control. So that's quite nice. A little bit of propaganda. Who can argue with that? Now, we do have... All right, we don't need the level 2 either, do we? The population, though, the food rations, that might be a decent idea moving forward. Now, we've got Sir Steve moving in that general westerly direction, while, yeah, Paula heads over here, just trying to fill in this bit of the map, really. Hopefully we can find something, but more importantly, I just want to know what's going on. In theory, what we do want to do with our next settler is to settle over here and really just plug up the gap by Mount Everest and just kind of grab this. In fact, there's probably room for a couple cities here. Probably one with some fish and trees. All the bones and meat. Oh, there's so much food over there. That is absolutely magnificent. Yeah. By the way, the Ottomans now war with Sweden as well, so that is not looking all that good. Warfare, we can hold that XP for the future. Okay, I think we're doing absolutely fine. Yeah, one more turn to the chariot. Positive diplomatic relations with Sweden is very nice indeed. What is less nice is, what I think is going to be a fairly critical play. One turn before my settler makes it over here to this exact spot, which is where I was thinking of settling, really. Okay, maybe not the worst thing in the world. We have ourselves a fairly clear plug here. We have tons of territory, so it's not a big disaster. It just looked awfully fun up here. And also, it is a really good plug on this northern territory. But to be honest, okay, maybe getting close to the Ottomans isn't a sensible idea. So we'll go and send our settler back down south. Don't know where it's going to go, but somewhere down there, I suppose. Bit upset him, but maybe it'll work out well. I would say this is naturally their territory, but I don't really know where any of their territory is. I mean, Tenochtitlan, presumably, capital. There's a big city over there. I mean, they don't really have any territory. Is this it? Maybe this is it. Maybe I should just be killing them. I don't really know. It certainly looks like, from my exploring with my heroes, that whatever they did once have been taken by the Ottomans. The Ottomans, well, really, I guess, have just taken Tenochtitlan off them. And other than that, they're just really struggling, aren't they? I think they just got themselves into a corner and never managed to defeat the Ottomans. So, okay. Well, we'll let them have that for now. I can't but notice it can very much easily be rephrased to T, so I think that will be mine. But I could do with a settler for this part of the world anyway, towards this coal and this deer. It's not as fun. But, I could do with some wine as well. Oh, yeah, on the note of all of this, we've got one more of our lovely, lovely city-states to go and take over. Woohoo! Not quite gone in that first instance, actually. Bit of a shame, but yeah, we've got, I must say, down in the south down as well, which is great. Is that Jeffrey? I assume that was Jeffrey. Has captured that. Not a particularly good city. I decided not to destroy it, but I might regret that in time. Oh yes, we do still have just a little bit more to do. So, Massilia, you can go over there and look after that. But we've got one more camp down south. This one's just been taken out. So there's this one in the centre here. And as we start filling in the map, I think we'll be fine. Now, we are getting close now to the Age of Kings. Persia are leading the way. We did go for a fourth tech once again. So, yeah, with the construction, as you might well imagine, we're going to get ourselves the stone walls over here in Tivarorum. We're 4 turns away from that, which is excellent. So, yes, okay, Aztecs. You might just need to get killed at some point. We will see. I'm assuming then, over here, Toluca. All right. So, yeah, they have themselves another city over on this little peninsula. So, they are not really, haven't really got anywhere, have they? Well, I guess they really desperately needed this space, didn't they? But, alright, Aztecs, I can see why you've been trying to explore my territory and take it, but no, this is mine. You're not having it. Maybe I need to close my borders with them, next time they decide to cancel the alliance, which may or may not have already happened. I can't actually remember. Are we currently... No, we are allied once again. It's a bit hit and miss with that. But it's all right. Okay, time to get all of this established down here because we are looking interesting. Having got some diplomacy recently and spawned a merchant, I'm going to send it up to, not to Tenochtitlan, up to Bursa, I think. It has occurred to me that I clearly never built any diplomacy built-ins because I haven't been getting any of that in. I'm like, oh, that stuff's useless. It's useless, Thomas, because you don't know the use of it because you haven't been building anything that makes use of diplomacy. So I'm now building the Parthenon, by the way, which doesn't do diplomacy, but it will give us some knowledge based on completed quests, which is going to be excellent because we have completed, technical term I think is shit ton of quests. I don't know that we're going to be able to complete any more though. It's not many turns until the end of this era. And okay, yeah, we just got open borders with Sweden. So, yeah, we can start to explore a little bit of this territory over here. Baku! Alright, we're going to have a little explore of that one then. So tell us the secrets of Baku then, says Steve. Ra is attacked by Apep as they transition from the overworld to the underworld. We can fight Apep and allow Ra to pass for health and combat. We can create a plan to distract Apep for +10 warfare. But we can go with Ra on his back and protect him. Eye of Ra. Warfare domain power. Okay, so that restores 100% health and morale for an army. Using an army in a neutral or friendly territory. That is astronomically good by the sounds of it. So presumably, yeah, 30 for 30 warfare, we can restore all of the health and morale of an army, of the whole army. Ooh, well, that's a lovely, lovely trait to have for the future. And so Steve actually has a little boost already, don't you, Steve? So, oh, this is looking absolutely magnificent. I don't know that we'll get any more, and I did just say that. So I may or may not be correct in that assumption, but we've still got a little bit more time to explore. Paula is up here in the mists of the north, and maybe we'll find something. With a culture power ready to go, I'm very, very tempted to get Eureka, although I'd also quite like to just plonk a town here and just block in the Aztecs, but frankly it's all desert anyway. So Eureka it is. That brings us pretty close to the Age of Kings, 6 turns away. A little bit behind since I did go for the 4 techs on this occasion, but we will go and take out this camp over here. We have finally taken over Napfilo over in the east. I should rename some of these towns, but we are at least looking far more under control these days, with the southern continent almost entirely taken now. Just called Diba down in the south in this one barb camp. The odd thing will pop up like this one here, but we're looking good to consolidate in time here. I'm feeling good about this warfare. We don't need to use it, but we've got it if we want it. And the mound, okay, we'll grab the mount tradition level 2. You know what? No, we'll just grab this one here. That'll be absolutely fine. We're not too far away from completing mound builders, which is lovely. I do quite like having the mounds, so we're probably using up people in Trevorum a little bit too much, really, to make any use of it. Do have our stone cutters here as well, by the way. But yeah, if we can grab ourselves, what are we looking for? I think actually for what we're looking for, we need grass, I believe, for a lovely civic burial mound. Probably the last of an era, to be honest, but a bit of extra culture. I love piling up the culture. The populace fled the streets of the Roman anarchy to catch a glimpse of the royal family as they are carried towards the palace. Honestly, that sounds slightly bizarre for the rebel anarchy, and also we're imperial, not royalist, but okay, we'll just take +1 culture forevermore. That suits me. And of course we'll go deal with this bard camp because it's currently in my way. Down they go, and ooh, some extra innovation immediately. I'll happily take it. And pleasingly, Paula has managed to find us one more of these before the Age of Kings ends. I don't know if these will disappear at the end, so I'm kind of excited to just get through them. The scheming Duradhana holds council, plotting to betray Yudhishthira and claim the wealth of its kingdom. Arts and combat, or warfare and combat. Well, we'll go for some arts. I do think we're going to need that a little bit more. When on Paula, continuing great expeditions and just great exploring, to be honest. This is what I love about these kind of games, just exploring the map, and really we're getting tons of opportunity for that with our heroes here. I mean, that's why I particularly like the Age of Heroes. Intriguing, India has been eliminated, and with that we enter a great new age, which is very sad because I just saw 2 new events that we could have got, sadly. But no. Age of Kings, we are now entering, building a castle. Of course, would be very, very nice indeed. Might be needing that. We can found a religion and we can generate culture with religion. Okay, so very much seems like a religious age. Now, I just want to make sure that I can still... Oh, I did complete the Parthenon. Oh, good. We completed the Parthenon. Just worried there for a minute that we wouldn't be able to do any of that. But no, that's fine. So we gained some bonus knowledge per quest, which presumably has helped us. Oh yeah, we were like 5 turns from the age of the next stage there. Now we're 1 turn away, so I don't think we get confirmation exactly how much of a boost I just got, but certainly looks like we just gained an awful lot there. So +10, does it say anything? No, it doesn't, but +8 from Roma. That's quite a lot. That might have something to do with it. Yes, sadly I did find myself, where's my hero? Where are my heroes? Zero, zero, zero. Here we are. Yeah, I found a prophecy right here, and I also found some other event right here, but both of them needed full movement in order to, yeah, unfortunately, to engage with it. So sadly, we were just too short there, and we could have got a couple extra to boost some knowledge. I'm guessing we just kind of gain an extra one per each event. But hey ho, we're now in the Age of Kings, or we are one turn away from the Age of Kings. We get ourselves, ooh, okay. Plus one knowledge on Palace for every 5 population in the region. Well, there's at least 2 more knowledge. Sanitation's okay for the time being, I recall. Yeah, that'll be 3 knowledge very soon indeed. We've got a midden, so I think we are, yeah, we're still absolutely fine on that for the time being. A little bit of stuff to spend. We could probably take a bit of time to check that Roma is being even vaguely efficient with its workers at this stage. Yeah, because we've still got someone on the farm, which you really don't need them to be. So, okay, there's probably some things we can build here to make this slightly more effective. But the problem we've had in Roma really, apart from this marble, we're kind of lacking enough resources that kind of interact well with each other. We only have the one olive, annoyingly. It's not the greatest starting location of all time. I think Medieval University is the one for me at the start. Get extra knowledge in, it's going to speed up the rest of this. The machines aren't so specific to me, because they are more to do with logging and in this case kind of the general workshop production building. But I'm doing okay with that right now. I think feudalism is what I'll go for, just to kind of get things like my food a little bit more efficient and all of that, and maybe organise religion in time. Yeah, definitely going to start off with the Medieval University. That should be very interesting indeed. As for domains, now, okay, we're only actually getting like 1 arts, 1 diplomacy, 1 warfare, 1 exploration. It's like 8 government and like 6 engineering. Now, we're obviously already on engineering from the mound builders, so we could build on that with machinery. There are some interesting things here, like I do like a clock tower. That sounds fun. Things like tinkerers as well. And I always love that little wood slicing machine, whatever you call it. But also chivalry. Arts is interesting because we do have some capability of arts. I'm sure that things like the Parthenon helps towards that stuff. So that could be interesting. I like that you can spawn 2 peasants, each of your vassals, which I have a lot of right now. And then with dubbing, you can turn peasant into knight. Now, by the sounds of it, that's an action that we can choose to click on rather than just automatically doing it. But I'm not sure exactly how that works. That one could be interesting. I think, though, we've already got down machinery. I think we're just going to continue in this direction. So pick that spirit. And with that, I think we'll grab, yeah, mound tradition over there, level 2. And I think that means that next turn we can presumably tick that over the line and then head into some of that stuff, which should be excellent. Spectacular news! We have tea! I didn't realise that we had tea. This is one of the things from this particular age, is tea, coffee, tobacco, which is over in this part of the world. We have a little bit of a coffee friend and tobacco somewhere. I can't quite recall where. That's it over there. Excellent. So a few new resources appear on the map. And unfortunately, it does mean we need to smash up one of our burial mounds, which is a little bit unfortunate, but we will get ourselves a double D. And, you know, I will, though, get another burial mound back in because I want the culture, damn it. Now, we are lacking production in Croton quite badly. This does give us a bit of diplomacy as well as wealth, by the way. So food, diplomacy, wealth, because obviously everything is better over a cup of tea. On the note of diplomacy, by the way, we're actually at war with the Aztecs. This is my fault for allying with, you know, the warmonger Ottomans, who are still seemingly having issues, but I think they're going to be, in general, winning this war. What it does mean is I see this as an opportunity to go and take Tlachco over here, and maybe the city of tea. Oh, it's tobacco. Unfortunately, there is no tea actually in Tivarorum. I'm quite disappointed about that, but it is what it is. It's too late to rename. We'll think of a different tea pun for Croton down there later. But I think, we need to just gather some of our forces together. So, we're going to grab our hero and come and rejoin this here unit. We have a town watch there, so that's not too good. Yes, okay. So we are just gathering our troops at Dortmund. I forgot what I was doing, but yes, I have been moving troops around, which is magnificent. But it is actually time for culture, which means we can found our religion. So I'm going to pick Roma. Ooh, customize. For us, it's the religion of Source, and we are going to have the chocolate fountain as our building. It could be a fondue fountain if you like, by the way. No idea really how this works, but you can see there that we follow the fondue religion, so that is absolutely excellent. We'll see how Source develops over time. At the moment, we have 8 Source, apparently. 8 Source. Amusingly, the Aztec Empire is sending us a gift. I don't know what the gift is. They're trying to show us that they respect us. I'll show you my respect by sending you this magnificent here catapult. Okay. So yes, we're going to grab ourselves a catapult and we're going to head on in. My game's going to take a moment to load up this magnificent spectacle. Here we are. Oh, they don't even have walls here. That's sad, isn't it? Okay, we seem to have struggled more than I thought there, which is interesting. So yeah, we're going to send in the second force and see if they can do anything. I suspect we might have a few problems. Ooh, some damage to our hero. Not quite gone, but yeah, surprisingly large amount of damage to both the city and to our units there. There we are. Okay, interesting. Arts. We do have some options on here. Religious celebration. Minus town rest on 10 targets. Oh, that's rather nice. We don't really need it right now. I can also spread the religion as well, so gain 20 Source. Oh, lovely. So trading 1 currency for another, I suppose. And with a 5th burial mound over here near Tewkesbury, then we should now have the 5 that we need. Oh yeah, to get ourselves the legacy perk of our mound builders. Excellent. +1 engineering in our homeland and +1 on the ingenuity. Okay, so that's very nice indeed. It does mean that we hopefully have a little bit of ability here, but yeah, machinery is what we want, so let's save up to 70 there. And yeah, it's nice to have these little burial mounds around, just boosting the culture. I've got so much more culture than I had on my original demo playthroughs. And having said I wouldn't be waging any war, here's a war, and hopefully here is the settlement. Can my thing maybe like deal with the tower? There we are, the tower is gone. So 20 chaos gained, we were a -4, which is at least something. But yeah, there we go. Now we have this region under control. An awful lot of fishies. Oh yeah. So a lot of tuna in this part of the world. This is not the worst place actually. I didn't know there was quite as much fish as this. So can't complain. We've got ourselves, yeah, a very strong position here to block the northern assaults from anyone. So maybe I won't even worry about their city over there. We'll just leave them looking weak and divided, and yeah, we can now just make sure that we are either friends with the Ottomans. By the way, I sent this to a long time ago. Can we actually finally get this merchant to do something? Doesn't look like it just yet. So yeah, once he arrives, we'll hopefully be able to do some merchanting, which would be magnificent. But yeah, this border is looking incredibly strong now. And whilst I'd really love to get Feng Shui in the city's sewers, I'm going to make sure we get the peaceful revolution available at this stage, which is probably going to be for the best. We're 2 turns away from culture, so I can easily go and spend that on changing the government type, which will be excellent. And down here, the final town, which now has massive stone walls, but we did demolish them last turn, can finally fall. Honestly, it looks like there is nothing here whatsoever, so we're going to burn it to the ground. That is going to cause us a few more of these issues. Maybe the arts needs to reduce unrest, so we'll do that in a few turns. It won't stop it from happening on this occasion, I don't think. That does cause a bit of a knock-on for Rome, where the faith is starting to drop below where we need it to, and sanitation is barely holding on, but we're 1 turn away from a bathhouse. So we need to get people a little bit happier religion-wise. There's the Privy Council, which is lovely, 2 knowledge. Medieval University, which is 1 knowledge. So, yes, okay, interesting. I suppose maybe, well, I guess he wanted the Privy Council first. I have to look into that closer and see if there's a reason why it's just objectively twice as good. We have built a dock, by the way, at Roma. So here's Ostia. We just built it because we can. And I wanted to get a boat out around the coast a little bit. In time, Croton will eventually get more than just this 1 tile, I guess. And it will just give us an opportunity. Oh, Crisis age. Okay, so crisis intolerance charge is greater or equal to 20. Have 6. So faith satisfaction is less than 50% in Croton. Okay, so yeah, we're not doing well enough currently with religion. So we might get an age of intolerance. Interesting. I was going to say, yeah, if we might well get docs and end up with an age of discovery. We'll see about that. If I can do that, then I absolutely will. We are almost entirely all on the coast. Even Tivarorum over here can reach this bit of water. So, yeah, I'm going to try and aim to get that if at all possible. But it's I have no promises there. 5 turns from feudalism. And we are just building up a huge amount of particular options here. Now, iron prospector as well as coal goods. Now, I only have 1 coal that I'm aware of. So there's that 1 coal over there. And other than that, there might be some around. Oh, yes, there's that one as well. But yeah, we don't really have it. So at the very least, we can start prospecting other than just gold. Because we've got a couple of gold here in the capital. But yeah, I wouldn't mind. We're very flat, the rest of our territory. So we're going to have to find some of our more hilly lands, say over here in Nicomedia. Nicomedia is probably going to become a core territory. I might bring that in as a region in time, and probably something else down here just to spread us around a little bit. But yeah, it's looking pretty darn solid now, isn't it? This intolerance crisis age is getting bad really quickly, and the game is really unclear when it comes to how we can generate some faith for the city. It's just one of these needs that we're not fulfilling right now. But it seems to have, within a few turns, suddenly turned into, you're going to be in a crisis age no matter what. Okay, so engineering, public improvements, just to give me a few more. I've just built a paper maker. Didn't have one yet. So now with that, I can get the poets or the religious scribe. Religious scribe, that's the one. So that can give us, I can't even get that till next turn, you see. It says +6 to faith. There we are. And source times 6 to the faith of source. Yes, and 1 luxury. But having not known that, it wasn't really very clearly stated to me. I mean, a lot of this game's been very intuitive. This hasn't. And it's probably going to very quickly cause me to end up in a terrible age when, frankly, it's taken a few turns to suddenly snowball. When it was very unclear, it seems very, very difficult to generate faith as far as I can tell. There's not a lot of options. I may have made it worse by doing religious celebrations because I've now made more of my people, which means that less needs are being met. So I don't know. I've got the complete wrong end of the stick. And in Croton over here, it's on 0. So this is a problem as well because I guess I'm going to need yet more of my engineering points wasted just to desperately get me some improvement points. I could do, to be honest, with some more barbs to kill and hope that a camp would give me something, but there aren't any because I'm too darn efficient at destroying the world. I've taken a good pause just to try and figure out what to do in this situation. Now, obviously, I should have gone for organised religion. It's a bit irritating that you basically have no options without this, but at this stage, at least we can upgrade holy sites and that kind of thing. So a chocolate fountain. Yeah, a large chocolate fountain will give us 4 source, of course. So that will definitely make a big difference. But for that, we're going to... I've just rushed the culture, only 1 turn away. So we've got Eureka, but that's going to leave us 4... that's 8 turns. 5 turns till we can do that again, which isn't going to be good enough. Okay, there's a few other things we can just hopefully get us over the line. We're going to drag this army back towards ruin for now. But... okay, problems, but maybe we've just started to find some solutions. Next turn then, and we now at least have ourselves 44 build points because I did decide to actually go onto the Levy Workers project, which I haven't used until now. Amusingly, I was just watching the Yogscast in between little clips here, and okay, they had the exact same problem. The moment I turned it on, they had the same issue that they were heading towards this crisis, and they did manage to just about avert it. I'm not so sure that I can pull that off. We're going to give it a go. So here's our religious scribe. That's going to give us 6 source here in Roma. And that means that Roma is now absolutely fine for the time being. Don't think though that's going to export anything over to here, which means we're still going to get -2 from Croton unless I can somehow turn this around. Now Croton doesn't even have any paper, so that could be a lot more of an issue. I don't really know how we're going to get that one over the line. The age of intolerance is upon us, because honestly I think game there might be an issue with this. They might need to do a little bit of patching. I feel like you shouldn't be encouraging people to click on create religion button at the start of an age when they definitely need the tech before doing it. But there we are. Sweden are going to cancel open borders, which is a bit unsettling because, I mean, I'm just trying to explore, my good sirs. I mean, I do have 2 heroes just in their territory up here, but I think at this point they might be stuck. Not quite, but Sir Steve is almost stuck up here, and I suspect Paula might be too. Not quite. Right, fine. We'll send them home at this point. Hopefully the Ottomans won't be so rude. But yes, this is only if we make it to this age first, of course. So we're now locked into the crisis age, unless, of course, someone else gets somewhere else first. So I guess we're just going to do all of the techs at this point. But that was way too easy to fall into. I had basically no options. As soon as like the counter even begun, I had like no way to counteract it. I have 1 forest in my entire empire actually, so even if I build, say, another, religious scribe over here, might as well build it for the future, but I don't have any woodland in order to build the paper, and that's the only option we have. It's kind of ludicrous to me that, for example, our building here, we have a chocolate fountain. Okay, we have our religious building, and you'd think that as soon as you've got a religion, this would then add to that. I know the upgrade to this, which is what I'm researching right now, I know the upgrade does add faith, but it seems mad to me that I'd already put in infrastructure for faith, and then when I got a religion, suddenly neither the oracle or the chocolate fountain did anything to help. I could literally only go for that long, tree of woods to paper, paper to religious scripts, and that's not even that efficient at Rome. We're barely getting over the line because I don't actually have enough paper to be fully efficient in that. So, bit annoying, but I suppose I wasn't too set on which of these ages I was going to enter. Age of Conquest, I'm not that strong for it. Age of Discovery would have been fun, or be probably a push for me. So I guess we'll just have to go into whichever age the rest of the world leads me into, and I'll just fill up the text. As I plough through the text, it becomes very, very clear to me that no one else is anywhere near my level of research, I'm guessing, because we're still just headed towards the crisis age because I'm just busy building all of the other technologies. I've kind of gone back and cleared out anything I did do. I never did tribal elders, by the way. We've got that now. It took 0 turns. Same with some of this other nonsense. It's stupidly quick. But I am now going to get my 4th in Age of Kings, which is a little bit, well, not necessarily disconcerting. That's maybe a bit strong, but a bit bizarre. I'm going to expand the town of Newburn over here, which will allow me to specialise. And we've got farm, plantation, farm. So that should be absolutely fine. We've got the mill here as well, so not as perfect as it could be. But I think that's scrubland. Yeah, scrubland. So I wouldn't have really got much from that anyway. We do actually have ourselves, the mill and oven these days because we have ourselves a couple of rice. So mochi for us, which is absolutely marvellous. It would be nice to one day actually get ourselves some trees, but we don't want to expand into any trees apparently, no. But we have, though, finally managed to go and grab ourselves some production over here in Croton. So we managed to grab some iron with a prospector, an iron prospector, which is lovely. And we brought Elwick, this little outpost from that's been here forever really, because our culture is so quick, it's obscene. There's actually more here again. And yeah, with this being so quick, I'm just able to keep clicking various things. I keep thinking I can do Peaceful Revolution because I finished Imperial Dynasty, but we need a new age for that, I believe. So we just finally can say some government to maybe integrate something. 51, interesting. I don't know that I want to integrate this one, but it probably makes sense seeing as it's the one on the border here. I guess I want to be in control of it. It makes some kind of a sense, I suppose. It can certainly be the next one on the list. Now, as for machinery, we're going to get ourselves... Ooh, wealth trebuchet. Trebuchets are very fun, aren't they? We are... All furnace types are 3 wealth. Okay, we'll get ourselves some furnaces, I guess. And in time, we'll continue with that. Diplomacy, I should probably make more use of this, really. Now, okay, we'll just continue to get ourselves merchants. I don't know if it matters where they spawn from, but it's fine. I'll just send them off on their merry way, and he can head off and do some trading with someone in the far, far distance. We're trying to trade with these guys, but unfortunately their town is in a stupid place and we can't reach them at all. Warfare, plenty of that left over. We don't need to use that anytime soon. And indeed, maybe I'll just save up diplomacy. Maybe that's something we'll look at in the next age, or when we pick ourselves a new national spirit. That might be an exciting way of making use of that. Innovation, luxurious housing. Our housing is no longer just for keeping people safe from the elements. Homes are part of us and represent the quality of our character. Greater homes signify that people live there. Excellent. So house improvements are +1 luxury. Okay, alliance with Sweden. I'm going to say yes for now. I am allied with the Ottomans, and as far as I'm aware, there's no sort of time where that runs out, unlike in Civ. So let's bear that in mind. Not far. Oh, integration is actually only 23 out of 50. I didn't realise that. So yeah, even though I have the 57 we'd need, I actually can't do that. I can speed that up actually with integrate vassal, but I don't think it's really... Is it worth it? You know what, I've got some spare diplomacy going, so I might as well do it. I could do it a couple times just to kind of get that a little bit closer, but I think for now we're going to actually go and nick a Millennia and integrate that, because you have some interesting new things for us to deal with. So yeah, there's some cows over here. Don't think we've really got anything. Have we got 13? So all right, fine. We'll work on the cows and the coffee. Does a coffee beef go very well? It probably does, We'll make it work. Can't help but notice that Nicomedia is, yes, going to be able to grow very quickly, considering I can rush several of these things. I've quite a lot of money, actually. So that's not the worst idea in the world. Get ourselves a granary as well. That's 1,000 to finish, so I can actually still afford that, but we won't for the time being. Now, this is... okay, it says the coffee's here, but large plantation. Oh, okay. I was going to say mine and quarry. That doesn't sound right. We need another turn to bring all of that in. However, yeah, having cleared out some more barbs up in the north just to keep our lads fresh. Most of our people, by the way, have returned from the north now, where grand expeditions have been complete, and woohoo, we can go and grab some of that nonsense. That's beautiful. Oh, we need open borders with these guys. I'm going to propose open borders. I mean, next turn we can make it around. Don't worry, just hang out here for the time being, sir. But yeah, you can harvest these fish a little bit, which is what I just did over here. It's very nice indeed. You can... What does this little bucket do? Cancel harvest. Overwrite. So we're actually just sitting on there for a certain amount of time. That's absolutely fine. We'll continue to do the harvest in that part of the world. And I do believe we can bring this guy in here, and we can, yeah, improve the prosperity of our vassals. So we're just going to try clicking buttons and hope that they work. Now, as for the source, religion of source, I can see that Dortmund is religionless, whereas Thlakko over here, I really need to rename this. I can rename this anyway. I'm going to call it traitor, because of course this always should have been our space anyway, and now they're following the wrong religion. So yes, and Tivarorum, to be fair, doesn't have tea, but hey ho, it's fine. It has rice and olives, which seems like an unusual combination, but you know what, I absolutely dig it. At long last, someone is finally going to actually make it to the next age, but they're making it to the age of intolerance as well, which is quite frustrating. I was hoping we would just avoid it. So I suppose the only advantage is I would have to have waited until they made it all the way, until I could actually even start getting into any other age. So I'd be like 10 turns behind if I actually waited. So I guess we'll finish the next professional armies, which is 2 turns, and then Finally head to the Age of Intolerance. For Pete's sake, Persia. Is anyone else on their way? Anyone at all? No, no one else is at all. We're going to create a town down here. Good old Whitley Bay. I don't think you know what a bay is. Yeah, maybe down here, but not there. Well done, guys. Anyway, we've got ourselves a couple of deer in this direction, so we're going to, yeah, grab some of that nonsense and hopefully just to expand more here in Nicomedia, which looks like a really fun part of the world, it should be said. We could probably do with one more thing down here, but to be honest, I'm struggling to integrate anything else as it is. Now, on that note, Traitor can finally be integrated. Woohoo! And with that, you can get yourself a much more happy Roman name. You can be good old Capua, why not? So, Capua on the sea here, which, can they make it out? I think they probably can. We've just had our borders shut, by the way, open borders with the Aztecs. I was trying to set my boat up. They were trying to send their boat down. No one moved for 5 turns. They cancelled the the agreement. So there we are. Okay, we can get a pile of fish. And actually, yeah, I need to get one more improvement down here with the fish as well. And with that, we can probably get some like salted fish, salted meats. I don't know what the tuna works under, but anyway, I assume they just create meat rather than a separate fish thing. And that will be absolutely marvellous. Yeah, Age of Intolerance, it seems like that's just the way things are going to go for us. In the meantime, though, we can at least get ourselves a clock tower, baby, for some luxury. I would just say it looks beautiful. So, Rome, what are you currently up to, by the way? Because I want a clock tower. Okay, workshop. Yeah, let's just rush that done. Oh, we still need to build a medieval university, but the clock tower has a thingy-mabob there, so we're going to do it. That looks nice and special. Excellent. Okay, region is idle. Capua up here needs to upgrade to mausoleum. I don't even know what that actually does. Influence and culture. You know what? The influence. Actually, how much more influence do you need? Because you are expanding, and you still got a bit more expanding you can do. I feel like this maybe shouldn't be your land, but whatever. We'll just keep grabbing this coastline here, if at all possible. That would be marvelous. Now, Aztecs are looking. Well, there's something growing over here. It is a very nice territory. Maybe I should have grabbed it when I had the chance, but quite happy over here. We've got North Shields, by the way. I'll probably use some exploration to claim territory. There we go. We've already got this one. Yeah, lovely. So I can start getting myself some forest because after the paper debacle, yeah, at the very least, we're going to have some forest up here in Tivarorum. An innovation, Sensoji. Priest has developed grand designs for a temple to pay respects to the deity of compassion. Yes, source. And the grounds will be open to all visitors and inspire the local community. Okay. Improve relations. Anti-nation will be friends whether you like it or not. I'm not sure we're friends, sir, but, you know, I can tolerate you potentially. Okay, so is that building we just got something that we build, or is it improvement? I think it's a specific building. Aha, so the Central G. So that gives us 20 source. Oh, that is magnificent. So that will probably provide us no more source issues forevermore. Now, we probably want to build that in Roma instead with 2 turns from the clock tower at this stage. So we'll probably build it after that. 9 turns here, that's much better. 1 culture, 1 art, and 20 source. Oh, yes. This is really interesting. So I'm allied with both Sweden and the Ottoman Empire. By the terms of our alliance, let us be united in war against the common foe. Alliance with the Ottoman Empire has been broken. Presumably that's because the Ottomans attacked Sweden, and rather than give me a choice, it's decided that I must honour the defender of the two. I suppose that makes some kind of sense, but that's a little bit upsetting anyway. Okay, so we're now at war with the Ottomans, who are right here. We do have a chunky army on the border, so let's just grab this. Capra's actually kind of got some unrest going on here, actually, hasn't it? Okay, no housing, fine. I forgot to do some of the basic stuff for them. Could get a lodge next turn, but we'll just get some housing for now. That's absolutely grand. Okay, so... Okay, right, we're at war with them. Army destroyed. Fine. Okay, I was curious if like we could just raid that. I don't know if we gained any money for all of that. I'll have to check in the edit, I guess. Trevorum over here is, yeah, its unrest is also a bit of an issue. So we've got watch under construction. I'm just going to finish that off. We've got tons of money. And okay, let's just get some of our forces on this border ready. Trevorum, I guess we can send some of these guys away now. Are you... It says it's +1. It might just need a turn to update. But yeah, that new building will certainly have helped with all of that. Now, we were supposed to be upgrading things like the barracks and the keep in case of war. I don't think they're going to attack me. I might just do a bit of raiding. Why ever not, eh? We'll see if this goes well. By the way, we're about to hit the Age of Intolerance. China, as well as the Rebel Anarchy and Persia, all heading towards the same here, which is a bit rubbish. And inward we head to the Age of Intolerance, thanks to Persia. Yeah, no thanks to anyone really. We've all failed miserably because even the AI doesn't know how to create faith. So culture earned from religious populations that follow your state religion is doubled. Interesting. Sharing a religion improves diplomatic relations. Not sharing religion reduces relations. That's really bad. Chaos gained from conquering regions is reduced by 50%. So we have that Blood Age kind of feel again. Building a mission by specialising in an outpost. This age provides a culture bonus. I haven't built any outposts since the very start of the game. The social fabric system, I was going to say the social fabric has dissolved. No, it is unlocked. A new government's unlocked. Okay, so, all right, this isn't the Blood Age. Maybe the sea shouldn't be quite as blood red as this. Okay, my eyes really need to adjust to this change over here. We're just going to go head into Aleppo because we can, I guess. How does this go, by the way? Pew, 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 pew. Okay. So, town destroyed. Lovely work, Thomas. I'm a terrible person. Well, you know, we're in a stupid age, so we might as well do some of that. Now, is that 2,113? Or is it something else? I hope it's 21%. That seems to have gone very, very wrong indeed. Okay, machinery. Trebuchets. I think it's time for a trebuchet, to be fair. So I would say maybe we build the trebuchet over somewhere like here. Did I get a choice in that? I'm not sure I did. Or did it just automatically appear in the capital? It did appear in the capital. Fine, we'll send the trebuchet up north, but I don't think we'll be using too much of it. Fine. Now, we could use some of this stuff, but I think that only made things worse originally. I am now one turn away from this era myself, so once again, I'm just going to follow one turn behind. So nothing really will change too much for me for at least one more term. These guys will, I guess, finish their raiding, start to head home. Although, just make sure we bring all our leaders a little bit closer to the borders. Into the Age of Intolerance we go as the music eerily gets quiet, although we'll definitely accept some peace. Okay, so the social fabric is now available to be ripped apart, and we have some expeditions for our scouts. Lovely stuff. Oh, now you tell us about faith need. Yeah, well, I guess I'll read this, but I could have done with this a while ago. With one of our lovely logging camps finally complete then, and the war over within one turn, albeit with a burnt down town, we can modify the social fabric. So, expansion cost, we can change that. Research cost down. Now, ingenuity, apparently we've already got one in there. And I think, is that because we're in the engineering? I guess so. Tolerance, do we want to be tolerant? I don't know that we do. And community, okay, unrest reduction. Okay, we've had a bit of unrest issues so far. So I'm going to bring that one. Yeah, I mean, it's about to go mad, as the music suggests. So maybe let's get that under control first. An organisation, we actually have quite a lot of government left over right now because I'm just waiting for the culture to take over so that we can have a peaceful revolution. And after that, we'll have plenty for our new government type, which will only be a few turns' time. So what's tenacity, by the way? Upkeep cost down. Don't need to worry about that too much. I'll always take a bit more insight. So we'll go with that. And we'll, on the note of technologies, yes, we'll choose where to head now. Oh, yeah, this is going to be slightly off the mark. I noticed on the Yogscast playthrough as well that because they had the Age of Blood, they missed tons of the arts building that we got here in the Age of Heroes. And we might have a similar thing here where because we're in this age, we might miss out on some key stuff. So I'm going to have a good look through and decide what we're going to go for. A few turns in and chaos has settled down. I just paid them off on this occasion. It's only +7. Apparently religious unrest is going to be a big problem, it says. And apparently having different religions is a problem in this era. All 4 of us have different religions. That's excellent, or at least the 4 on this continent that we know about anyway. So, okay, there's a few things we can do about this. So, for example, over in, where is it? Engineering, in warfare and exploration and diplomacy. Yes, it's in the government stuff. We can get radical inquisition over to Capua, which should reduce the amount of their religion and boost source, but God knows how I can tell if that worked at all. Anyway, we need to use the culture power to have a peaceful revolution. Excellent stuff. And with that, we can choose ourselves a new government. Empire, feudal monarchy, or a republic. Empire then generally seems to be about, well, building an empire, massive war and all of that nonsense. Basically, if we're going to do some attacking, then it might be a little bit more useful, but I don't think so. Now, feudal monarchy is very big on all of the vassals, would you believe? And actually, we do have quite a lot of vassal settlements in our region, so maybe that's a good way to go. Republics are, okay, much more actually about building for luxuries, for example. I keep seeing that pop up here. So, okay, I think we're going to go with feudal monarchy. I don't know, it kind of fits the stupid religious age, so we're going to go with that. Excellent stuff. We're going to go with new leadership. We're going to unlock our throne room, which gives us even more domain improvement points, XP, etc, etc, etc. And we have ability to get 2 of these straight away. So +5 vassal prosperity per turn, ×2 vassal internal improvements, I think so. And in growth from terrain, wealth from terrain, and improvement points from terrain. I'm just going to give my vassals a big boost. You're welcome. You're welcome, my people. Now, this is probably a good place to leave it here and today. Diplomacy, we might well build up to tolerance in future. I'm not sure about that, but I think what is our plan at this stage? Well, we're going to try and hold. That's the main thing. Now, at the end of this era, we simply enter the age of enlightenment. So eventually, we're going to realise that we're complete numpties in the age of intolerance. That's absolutely fine. But at least if it is special age, even if it's a bit of a ridiculous one that I wasn't really necessarily planning to. So there we are. Rome are looking very, very strong indeed. There's really nothing to do down in this part of the world. There's a tiny bit of tea, which I'd quite like, but aside from that, just a huge pile of fish down here. So we'll see about that. Whitley Bay is at least looking fairly nice in this part of the world. But yeah, our vassals are going to be pretty darn strong at this point. So keep an eye on these guys. Maybe we'll build an outpost here just to kind of build a castle or something. I don't necessarily trust them, but hey ho, at least we have ourselves a big damn ass forest these days. And do let me know in the comments if you've had similar things with the faith. I mean, there are clearly quite a few buildings that can deal with it, particularly if you do take the religious tech in the Age of Kings early enough. But yeah, unfortunately we fell into the same trap as the Oxcast here, and the other people couldn't save me from it. So there we go. Hey, we're doing pretty well overall, I guess. Clearly, based on the speed to the research, I was quite a bit ahead because it was about 10-12 turns, I reckon, of me just researching random old things until anyone popped up at the top there researching the next age. But yeah, we're looking nice and strong here on this border. Let's bear in mind that this, in theory, you know, I think this is just a little headland here. I don't think it actually wraps around, but we just need to keep an eye on that. Maybe start thinking about ships in the future, because the Aztecs certainly have a few boats, and there is a barb camp over here. I should probably go and smash it up in time. But for now, I will leave you in another Doom Age, this time the Age of Intolerance, where I guess I'm going to have to figure out the faith game even more, because yeah, without faith, we apparently are going to find that there is, yes, unrest and chaos heading in. So let's hopefully avoid some of that. For now, I will leave you. I'm Thomas, this is To Nerds to Human, and this has been Millennia. Thank you, and bye-bye. Oh, it's definitely burning down. Woohoo! Peace. Peace. Just take peace. Utterly rejected. Why are you such a nonce? That was absolutely insane. This is such a mess. I have no idea what I'm doing.